Live.
All right, welcome guys to the newest Odds Jam show, one that's so new, Jordan and I don't even have a name for it yet. Jordan, what do you think about that? Jam show, one that's so new, Jordan and I don't even have a name for it yet. Jordan, what do you think about that?
Yeah,
Jam show, one that's so new, Jordan.
Yeah, I took about a minute, Snap called and just was like, you know what, we'll call it Donuts and Degens. We're not going to stay with that name. That's just kind of a placeholder for now. But I'm excited. This is going to be a lot of fun.
No, I feel like it's not our fault though, Jordan. We were so busy. Well, for one, my first day was Saturday, so I mean that's big. But we were so busy finding bangers for the Super Bowl. I don't think we even lost one. Don't even fact check me on that. I think that's true. But yeah, we were so busy doing that we neglected to come up with a name. This show is probably going to be an institution on gambling Twitter, YouTube. Gambling YouTube, gambling in general. So you don't want to just like willy-nilly name this thing. I'd say we'd even like open it up in the comments. If anyone wants a chance at naming this show, that would be great. We would love to hear what you got to say.
Yeah.
So we could do that.
You know what? Actually, if someone could comment right now, just on YouTube, I want to see if it pops up on my end, just to make sure everything's working fine. So when anyone does have questions, we're good to go. Anyone could.
I kind of want to get going, Jordan.
All right, then we'll get going.
I am so ready. It's not even funny.
All right. So John, what was your thought about the Super Bowl?
I thought it was a great game. I thought everybody. I thought it was awesome. Even the halftime show. I thought the whole "is Rihanna pregnant" thing was real fun. Like everyone got into that. People were getting very mad for asking, but at the same time, everyone was asking. So. We were just going with what our eyes were telling us. You know what I mean? Like no one was trying to be rude. But
it's one way to announce that you're pregnant. I can tell you that.
She completely looked like she was pregnant. Because I've seen pregnant women before, and that's what pregnant women look like. That's not an insult. It's a beautiful thing. Actually, you could say she had that pregnant glow even. Going on.
You could, but besides that, she did a great job. I thought the show was great. I watched the video right before the Super Bowl, and it was showing some of the worst Super Bowl shows, and they showed Adam Levine and they showed the Black Eyed Peas, and I go, man, I forgot how bad those were.
Yeah, no, they were. There's been some pretty bad halftime shows. Even last year wasn't great, like last at all. Wasn't it like the Snoop Dogg one with Eminem? Like wasn't it like Dr. Dre?
Yeah. And then the year before was The Weeknd. I forgot about last year's.
Yeah, Weeknd wasn't bad. I mean, I thought this was good, but I don't know. I thought that the Super Bowl itself was awesome. The halftime show, the commercial, there was only one that really pissed me off because I thought that my wife had changed the channel, so I kind of snapped a little bit. But in my defense, like it was the Super Bowl. It was probably the best Super Bowl I've seen in a long time. It was late in the game, and I thought someone was changing the channel. So
it was brilliant. Yeah, the Tubi commercial. So on my remote, there's a button that if you press, it goes directly to Tubi. So I thought I sat on the remote. I thought I did something. I thought someone was controlling my TV. I was losing my mind.
Yeah, I was very mad. I thought that should be illegal. But
props to them, though.
Just because I had the little remote, the YouTube TV, or no, the Apple TV remote, the one that like if you just touch it, all of a sudden it pauses or rewind. Like it's a ridiculous remote. I hate it. Like bad. I'm on the record as hating the remote, and that's why I thought the problem was. I was like, here we go. This stupid remote again is ruining the Super Bowl, and then it made me look like I was wrong and way too aggressive and just an angry person, and I'm not none of those things.
Yeah.
So shout out to them.
Did you notice if there were any Burger King commercials?
I did not. Right. Why was there one? Were there not supposed to be?
I mean, I guess we know their budget then.
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't see a Burger King commercial. In my defense, though, I generally tune out. I go on Twitter during the commercials just to find out what people are saying. So there's that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Really.
But I don't know about you. It was a good game, don't get me wrong. But for some reason, I don't think it was as exciting as what the score said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's because we were winning all our bets way too early.
That is true. There was
that happens when you win the bet. You're like, this kind of sucks now. It's like, well, no, it doesn't like really suck. but it kind of does. It's good that you won, but now it's like, all right, this game's still going on, and like everything I have is already cashed. So
And now it's just like whatever happens.
yeah.
Happens.
Shout out to Devonta Smith though. Want to just go into the betting recap?
Yeah, I mean,
I had Devonta Smith 70+ yards. He had a ridiculous first quarter for that, but then he did us all a favor, kind of looked after our entertainment dollars, and did not go over until late in the fourth. I think that last catch that got him down to the 1 or 2, that was the catch that cashed. So It was very late in the fourth quarter that happened. Awesome, good job him. And then the Jalen Hurts over 10.5 rush attempts. Well, that was on the Saturday stream, right?
Yeah, that was on Saturday.
And the Sunday stream, I think that made it to both. And an article that I love that one, and that cashed in the first half. So
I know my 3 bets swept. I had Goddard over receptions, Goddard over yards, and Mahomes to have a passing touchdown each quarter or each half. I mean, it just wasn't even a sweat at all.
Yeah. See, I told you. Remember the second day, I was like, Jordan, you could definitely do Goddard over yards because you already had receptions from the day before, but then the positive EV tool is telling us to go yards too. But
that catch at the end,
2 different bets.
And it was that catch at the end, the one that they had to review that put him over.
I honestly thought he kind of bobbled that a little bit.
I did too.
I liked it because I'm an over guy, so I was like, give it to him anyways. But at the same time, I was kind of like, it's not really a catch.
Yeah, and props to Mahomes. He got another one, but I don't know. I didn't feel like it was a 38-35 game. It just didn't feel like that. It just, I felt like the Eagles looked like they kind of dominated the whole game. And the Chiefs just kind of stayed in there. And then, the one time that the Eagles made a mistake, well, obviously, besides the fumble, they were able to capitalize, use good clock management at the end and, won it.
Yeah, I was thinking whenever Hurts dropped that ball, it's like, yeah, you cannot just drop the ball on the ground and let them run it in like that. Not the Super Bowl. Like, that was a bad move on his part. Like, that's really bad. Like, really, really bad. So there was that. But I was kind of pissed at the end when they had the that graphic. They had it almost like the Allen Iverson step over of Tyronn Lue. Remember that?
Oh,
it was kind of like the Sports Center did that, I think, with like Hurts was sitting down and Mahomes was like, it looked like he was about to step over him maybe. But that was kind of shitty because Hurts could have like won the MVP of that game even though they lost. You know what I mean? Like I mean,
you could say he had one of the greatest like performances of all time in the Super Bowl. 3 rushing touchdowns, just played a flawless game aside from the fumble. That was the only
time he dropped the ball and they ran.
The only thing,
it was great.
He ran for what? He ran for 70 yards?
He was an animal. I don't remember. He ran for a lot of yards. He ran a lot of times. He threw for a lot of yards. He ran for a lot of touchdowns. He did the octopus. I mean, I don't know what else he could have possibly done. So then to do him like that in the graphic was like, wow, man, like that's not even remotely representative of what I just watched. Like, I would still give him the MVP even though that team lost because he was the most valuable player of that game.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Mahomes, obviously, he had 3 touchdowns. He didn't do that much. I mean, yes, I know the Eagles dominated time on possession and all that stuff, but he threw for sub 200 yards. He just kind of did what he had to do. Obviously, Kelsey played well. Kelsey always plays well, but I don't know. Hurts was the reason why that team was in the Super Bowl and the reason they even stood a chance. And
I think he was the most valuable player on the field.
I think he was the best player on the field that day.
He was incredible, and they lost. But I'll be honest with you, Jordan. I had a list all year of teams that can win the Super Bowl. A lot of people were saying I left the Eagles off all year because I had a future on them. We'll never know if that was true or not because I'll never say because I don't want to ruin my reverse jinx. But the Eagles never did make that list, and the Philly fans were pretty mad, and they were very angry leading up to that game. And you can imagine how nice the comments were during that game when the Eagles were winning. But I'm not going to take a victory lap because that's not me. Can't do it. Chiefs won. We all saw what happened. The list came out on top again, just like last year, the year before. But shout out to the Eagles. They almost won the Super Bowl. Just like I said, they were almost good enough to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I said it all year. They were almost.
So we just got a comment about the Gatorade. Why don't you chime in on this? I just put it up.
Yes. Okay. So I'm still going through it. On Twitter, I think shout out to Twitter because no one saw the Gatorade. I don't think. I know I didn't see it. And I was looking for it too, but there was a chance by then I was looking at Twitter whenever it happened. So I never saw it on the screen. So I asked Twitter and they all said purple. And I thought they were lying. I really did, because my Gatorade guy told me that it was orange, that there was no chance like that those guys drink orange Gatorade. So my guess is they must have had like a purple like Gatorade like tub just sitting there that they did not drink, that they were waiting to dump on a coach. I mean, because that's the only other thing I see, because no team in their right mind would get to the Super Bowl and just change the Gatorade color. Like, that's ridiculous. That's just asking for it. You know, like, you don't want to do something like that. But the Gatorade was clearly purple. I saw a lot of pictures. Somebody immediately after I saw the purple Gatorade, someone said that they photoshopped it. But I don't think that's true now that I've seen this picture everywhere.
All I know
I thought it was going to be orange. I thought it should be orange, but it was purple. And my Gatorade guy apologizes.
And it was the biggest long shot at plus 900, which is, I mean, my whole theory is like, they're just going to use the Gatorade that's the most filled, and no one likes purple. So it makes sense. Obviously, I didn't put anything on that prop bet, but for whoever did have purple, congrats to you guys.
Yeah, shout out to all the purple people, man. That's incredible that won, because again, my Gatorade guy said there was no chance there was going to be purple Gatorade on the sideline.
Yeah.
So orange Gatorade felt right. Yellow on the other side felt right. But at the end of the day, it was purple. It was always purple.
And I guess we haven't really talked about it, but kind of your thought on that, that last couple play with the holding. Obviously, it was a holding. He came out after and said, I did hold him. I was hoping they wouldn't see it. But, in that game, in that part of the game, kind of what's your thought about it? Obviously, they have to call it the way it is, but it's a shitty way for it to end.
Yeah, no, I hated the ending just because you don't want to see a penalty do that. But at the same time, like, what are you going to do? Like, you can't hold. Even though I don't think he would have caught that ball. But, that's still neither here nor there. Like, it's not pass interference where the ball has to be catchable. Like, you can't hold him. Like, that's the thing. So, yeah, that sucked that he got called for holding. But I'll be honest with you, as a Chiefs backer in that game, I was very happy to see that penalty called right there at that moment. It was electric, actually. And even better was when McKinnon went down at the one. I was like, here we go. Andy Reid's doing it again. Because I don't know if you remember, but like years and years ago, I don't remember guys going down at the one. I think it was Westbrook was the first guy I think I've ever seen do that. I'm sure he wasn't the first guy to do it, but I'm saying like he was the first one I saw, because I had him on my fantasy team, and that 6 points would have been real nice. But he went down to one. But that was he was with Andy Reid at the time, and that was the move. And that was the move last night too. McKinnon going down at the one, because then it was just, all right, you're gonna have 8 seconds. Here you go. I was kind of hoping Butker would miss that kick though, because then we'd have like a ball don't lie situation. But the ball did not lie. It went straight through, and that was it. Hurts's throw on the last one was kind of suspect.
Yeah.
That thing didn't get anywhere near anybody.
No, I'm surprised they didn't try to do some type of lateral play or just something, because, they were 60-plus yards out? He wasn't getting
it. But the throw itself, didn't even approach where everybody was. It just hit the ground like, oh, wow. I said, there's no sweat here either. Like, the ball's just going to hit the ground. The game's over.
Absolutely. So unless you have anything else to say about the game, you want to get into today's games?
Yeah, I want to hit that button so bad. Right, I can't hit it because it's your screen that we're sharing. But dude,
all right, what do we got?
That button. That's my favorite part of OddsJam is hit the button.
All right, right off the bat, if anyone likes it,
wow.
Alt spread win bet. You're getting 15 cents of extra value on Barstool, MGM, and FanDuel. Win bet, you're getting 15 cents of edge compared to those. And if you're relating to everything else, you're looking at like 30 cents. Pretty solid. So you're taking Nuggets alt line -2.5 at plus 135. I love that.
My question on that is, I always just look right at Pinnacle, like immediately on these. I just look to see where Pinnacle's at, and they're at plus 112, bro.
Yeah.
You can get plus 135. Like, that's crazy.
So
do you try to look at the opener and see where this line's moving ever?
I do a little bit more recently.
Yeah.
Recently I have been, but but not too much. But I love this. I'm going to take this the second we get off. WinBet, drunk as always on their alt lines. Same thing here. Lakers -2.5.
Yeah, that is kind of weird, bro. Like they are way off.
That just got removed. We can kind of just go through here. I mean, if you like Timberwolves team total over 57.5, you're looking at +100. Try to go in and see where all the other books are at. There we go. Every other book is favoring that side, if not a pick 'em. Pinnacle is slightly favoring the over. We're getting it for +100. Easy, all over that kind of play. That's the crazy thing about all this. It gives it to you just like right there. Okay,
you don't have to that's what I'm saying. You just hit the button and then bam, you got all these new options.
You don't have to go and check the injury report. You don't have to check if it's like baseball or football, whatever. The weather, obviously, that doesn't matter in basketball. You don't have to check about styles of play. I'll have people that come to me and say, this team is the second best team against guarding a small forward position. I go, well, don't you think the books know about that?
Yeah. That's already baked in. Like they have a model that they use. Pinnacle definitely knows that. Trust me, they do. They're much sharper than me, much sharper than you. They're sharper than all of us combined. Exactly.
So if you think about all the work you're doing to find bets, well, you're saving the time that you would be looking at injury reports, looking at, the nonsense, what he's done in his last 10. At the end of the day, yes, like the Cam Thomas one, okay? Yeah, he was on a roll, right? Sometimes the books can't take into account when a player's that hot, but more times than not, they know what they're doing. You look at hockey shots on goal and stuff, and the guy has like 7 one day and 5 the other, and his over-under is 2.5. And I take the under or something. People ask, why are you taking the under? Well, there's a reason why. And then he ends up with 1 on the day. And you think, how did they know this? They know. It's a simple.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. It's just they're just going to win more than they're not. You know what I mean? Like, so there are times where we'll go over. You know what I mean? But like, that's the minority. Like when you do this, like you're not expecting to win every single one. You just want to do as many plus EV moves as possible because you're going to win more than you lose if you do that, right? Yeah. Like it's like the more the merrier. Like, and to your point about the books, like not being able to price certain situations. Yeah, no, there are those, but like the status quo ones, like shots on goal, college basketball at this time of year, your model's not going to beat them. Like this time of year, like in the NBA with player props. Yeah, maybe like the LeBron one, the positive EV tool had the under that day. Well, guess what? They couldn't price it anyways. Like that was one where it's like, you know what? I'm going to stay away from that just because I don't think the books can price this because if he wants to, he will go over this total. Like there's a time where a player's literally looking to go over, this number. Well, that doesn't happen every night. You know what I mean? Usually all this stuff happens in the context of a game, whereas that wouldn't. It just, the Cam Thomas thing's another one. That doesn't happen in the context of a game. Like the guy never plays. All of a sudden he is playing. And the other guys that were scoring and were getting all the usage, they weren't getting the ball anymore. So that's the situation. Yeah, well, the books really can't price that. Your model might be better than theirs just because, again, they don't have the data that they normally have. But in every status quo situation, trust me, their data is better than yours.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like, you might be right, but more times than right, they're going to win. I don't know if you saw, I think it was earlier in the day, it was announced like $16 billion was wagered on the Super Bowl. I don't know what the final number was, but
it's a lot.
But I took that number and I just said, okay, I'll just take the most generic VIG, which would be about 5%, $800 million.
That's
without any risk, risk.
None. That's amazing.
Incredible. So that was just a little interesting fact that I saw.
And even with what we were just talking about, though, with like how many Cam Thomas situations are there? Not a lot. How many LeBron James breaking the all-time record situations are there?
Not many.
But once in the last since I think I was like 10 when Kareem did it. Yeah. So like it doesn't happen a lot. You know what I mean? Like there aren't. So yeah. So go find those on your own. That's fine. But or just hit the button.
Yeah, exactly. It's also like, I mean, a play like this, not a super high EV play. Obviously, you see where Pinnacle's at, -135. All the other books are kind of in that like pick 'em range. So I don't know how fond I am of this play, even though I know that Pinnacle clearly likes the over. Superbook's giving it to you a -106 though, which you're getting a few cent edge over the other books. Even if a play isn't quote unquote like positive EV or profitable, which it shows it has about just under 1% edge. Just by taking a play like this, I mean, just by like looking, at least you're line shopping, at least you're looking for the best lines, because obviously we're not going to win all the time. If anything, I probably lose more than I win, just because, you're taking plus money odds, you're taking like PrizePicks or underdog parlays, which obviously are kind of long shots. But by putting yourself in the position to make the most money when you do win, that's kind of what saves you. That's what turns you from a, if you beat the VIG on every single bet and then you broke even, think about the money you'd be losing. You'd be losing 5% of what you wagered.
Yeah, 100%.
So
5%. No, so I'm a big plus money guy too, and like I try to literally stay in that range. Obviously, I've been ever since I got this tool. Like I don't care as much anymore. I'm just looking for a positive EV move. But no, there's been years where I don't think I've had a winning record, and you get people asking you what's your record, and you're like, bro, you're asking the wrong question. You know what I mean? Like, because like you're assuming a minus 110 or higher. It's like, I don't have that. I'm not even near that. Like, I mean, I'll be up units, but with a negative record all the time. But if you hit a plus 900, if you hit plus 250s, plus 300, like, it's gonna raise up what you're making. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have 2 more losses and it doesn't matter. You're still up, and that's the key. You always got to figure out what you're up. Don't worry about what your record is. No one leaves a sports book being like, yeah, I was 3-1. It's always what I was up. Like that's all you've ever heard. Like I don't even understand how someone could leave saying, oh, I was 4-2. It's like no one does that.
Like I could go 18-2 if I was betting minus 800 favorites. It doesn't matter. You're not making any money that way. You have to
exactly.
Like it's a little more volatile, obviously, by taking these big plus money bets and stuff. But that's where the value is, and it does balance itself out, and you will end up profiting. It's just simple as that. What do you think about if we try to go put a little PrizePicks entry together?
Okay.
Thoughts?
Well, here, hey, hit the refresh button again. I just want to see someone hit the button again. What do we got?
All right, we got Utah.
Utah just
3.5 at plus 145. We can take the Nuggets. Oh no, that one was off.
That one just left. Yeah, so the Nuggets is completely gone. With everyone's adjusted, it looks like.
There's some stuff on Sangoon under 30.5 PRA, but it's nothing too crazy. Let's go check. So what I usually do for PrizePicks is I'll go to the little hold page. I'll just type in PrizePicks right here. And then I'll look for bets where it's, kind of in that like something like this, right? Pinnacle clearly loves it. Clearly loves the over at minus 157. The rest of the books are probably amount, 130 to 135. On a bet like this, I would go with the majority versus Pinnacle, just because obviously Bet Online is also a very sharp sports book. But still, when it comes to PrizePicks, the odds are fixed. You're not looking to beat the CLV. You're almost trying to get good enough value on a bet, and then eventually they'll probably either bump it or remove it. But you have to kind of take the approach that you're not trying to take away the VIG on every single one, because that's just kind of not how it works for DFS stuff. So a play like this, I would definitely throw it in an entry. Draymond.
So what side are you taking?
Oh, I take the over.
Okay.
So here, hang on one second. Let me go and pull up my PrizePicks account, and I'll put together right now. All right. So let's take DeBrincat. Also, I don't know if maybe you guys in the chat want to chime in, but I think the Underdog platform is so much better than PrizePicks. Just like on PrizePicks, you have to go to every sport and then type in, where Underdog, you can just go and type it in and it'll just show up.
Yeah, but you can't. Can you even play at Underdog?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I can play Underdog, but if I make the bet, then like they take it off the board. It's so annoying. I don't get why they do it. I know they've done it for Alex before, and I don't understand why they.
So we're on.
I'm not Alex, even doing that well on that.
We're on his over, correct?
I'm DeBrincat over, and then Draymond over.
over on assist.
Over on assists, yeah. And then we'll check Jordan Poole out. I do like this one. If we want to do a little, because obviously if Draymond's going to have, 8 assists, then that probably means Poole's not going to have that many. So it's kind of a nice, you never want to take 2 guys over on the same team. So you never want to take Poole over assists and Draymond over assists. But usually by taking one over, that means the other one's going to go under. So I kind of like it. It's almost a little 2 for 1.
Pinnacle loves the under.
Pinnacle loves the under on this one.
Jesus.
So I'm going to throw in Poole under.
Under assist. That feels like a lock.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like,
if Draymond's kind of manning the point, which he does a lot, and he's the one that creates the plays, I'm all for it.
All right,
and then I like these points sometimes because, or at least especially like if it's a half a goal, it's not a two-way market. Obviously, often they only have the over half a goal, not under. Okay. So it'll only show up on the low hold page versus the EV page because you need a two-way market. So like a play like this, I'm like, okay, this is awesome. Obviously there are enough points, but everything is at minus 130 at the minimum, all the way up to minus 143 on Barstool. So obviously Barstool isn't the best book, the sharpest book, but I'm a really big fan of this. So I'm going to throw this one in too.
Assist, so that's an assist or a goal, right?
Yeah, just any point.
Not big hockey guy over here. Big hockey guy.
And then we just need one more. Optimal betting is doing 5 or 6 leg because the implied odds are minus 119 versus the 2, 3, and 4s, which are minus 137.
I'm scared of Skinner though. I'm scared of him. All right,
Skinner, I've taken his overshots on goal way too many times to count, and every single time it screws me. Every single time. So we need one more. What do you think? Do you like?
All right, so I'm looking. Hang on. So look at Mitchell. Assist.
Let's see Mitchell.
I literally go right from here to what does Pinnacle have? Yeah, it's not great.
No, it's not as strong.
That's not good. Yeah.
We can see
not
Randall.
made threes. I don't like. What does Pinnacle got?
It's not. It's not
great.
Crazy. Let's just refresh this. Let's see if anything.
Hit the button. When in doubt, just hit the button. I'm like addicted.
You got Dylan Larkin.
Okay, shots on goal I like, right? So under.
What do you think about that?
That guy's going way under. What's his name?
Dylan Larkin.
And Larkin. No chance.
Dylan. All right, let's throw it in.
All right, I need another one though.
You're doing 6?
Yeah. Now, do I have to do Skinner? Let's look again. I'm scared of the points. That's all I'm saying. I'm just scared. 136. I don't know. That scares me. Does that scare you at all? You're not scared at all, are you? I can say, no fear.
I'm not scared anymore.
No fear.
No, because when that stuff hits, it's so satisfying when they get. It's like, oh, they got the assist or they got a goal.
The assist on the first.
It's like,
yeah. Okay.
But the thing is, it's a hocky assist. It's not even like a normal assist. It's the. He was just the.
Yeah, so you can't
the last person to touch. It's not like NBA, which I don't even know in NBA what an
all right, so I just put them in. All right. Keep going. Let's hit the button again. I don't see why we don't do 6.
All right, we'll find the last. Sam Reinhart just popped up. Let's see if that's noteworthy at all. No, nothing. No. There is pretty good value if you want to take the over on Barstool, but nothing on the under.
Yeah.
No.
Hang on, I'm on my phone, so it's more for DeBrincat. How do you say his name?
Yeah, DeBrincat.
Okay, DeBrincat. More for Green, less for Poole, less for Larkin.
Yeah.
More for Skinner. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got.
All right, so do we want to just do 5?
I'm going to do 5 for this one.
I think they gave you $50 back if you lose, right?
Yeah, I already used it. I made a bet last night on it.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do that. All right, I just put mine in. It's locked in.
40 to win 400. All right, we're good to go.
Yeah, the low hold is just remarkable.
The low hold's really cool.
It's brilliant.
It's very good for PrizePicks and Underdog. So when you guys are looking, because anything on the low hold page will also, anything on the EV page will also show up on the low hold page, and you'll be able to see it and be like, yeah, that's an EV bet. So I would suggest starting there when you're trying to find entries or trying to find plays, because that's where I find everything.
All right. How about tomorrow? Know what we should do? We should do a PrizePicks and an Underdog selection.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll do it live so we can all take it. I'm not going to place it so everyone can get it first, and then I'll place it if it's still there.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we got an entry in. Showed a couple picks. I'll refresh it one more time. Let you guys
refresh one more time, just for the people.
We got 2%. If anyone likes American University,
I've been looking at that all morning. It's been popping up.
I like this a lot on FanDuel as a main market bet. Getting that much value. Pinnacle's at 137, 117 on the under.
Yeah, so you'd have to take that at FanDuel though.
You'd have to take that on FanDuel.
Yeah.
So if you're not in a legal betting state, then unfortunately not take that PrizePicks entry. But I really like American. I saw them play once when I was out in DC area, and they're not bad. They're not bad at all.
Name for a college too.
What's that?
Solid name for a college too.
Yeah, I mean, straight to the point. American. I don't know. It is crazy. It's crazy when you go to a college basketball game, and even like a lower level, like a mid-major school like that. Just the speed. Like you don't see it on TV. The TV doesn't serve it justice how fast they play. Really,
I always get amazed at how few people are at the gym and how like high schooly the gyms look, because you're like, wow,
it's hilarious,
game,
right?
You know what I mean? But these guys are not looking like high school kids, even though we're in a high school gym, or not even sometimes. Sometimes there's like not even bleachers.
Yeah, and I went and they were just handing out like pizza and cupcakes. And it felt like a high school game. It really felt like a high school game. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So I guess just as I was saying, just one final scroll. Here's a minus 200. Already
gone. It moved quick, man.
What's that?
It moved so quick.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's how you know it's legit.
And that's the thing with FanDuel is like they make so many mistakes, but they fix them fast. So if you can hop on them, awesome. If you can't, don't be annoyed, because there are so many that pop up, especially about like maybe an hour to a half hour before game time for the NBA. They come up with a lot of really bad alt lines, and I've been able to capitalize on this a lot. So that's something to definitely keep in mind.
Yeah. Also, if you want to get limited, this is definitely the way to do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, FanDuel won't limit that badly. They're usually not too crazy about it.
They're not bad with limiting. Okay.
Yeah, them, WinBet, and then Caesars. WinBet and Caesars won't limit at all.
Okay.
Mikal Bridges.
MGM will.
What do you think about this one? I like this one a lot.
Yeah, I would. You have to take that on FanDuel.
Barstool.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I would have taken on FanDuel. Yes, there we go. 10 more cents. Yeah, Barstool. You actually have to take. I might take that right now. Actually, that is pretend like you didn't see this and read my article later.
All right.
It's probably gonna be
that. So Cam just asked, are we doing Underdog?
Yeah, we got time. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna show you what happens when Jordan does Underdog, though. If you guys like to watch somebody put an Underdog entry and then make it to where no one else can make that entry, watch what Jordan does.
All right. So we'll pull up the screen. We'll go to rebounds first. We'll refresh the low hold page. Go to Underdog. See if there's anything that pops up here. So we got Randall over threes. Got Mitchell under. So we already saw all of these on PrizePicks. So I'm not really going to touch those. They didn't scream out to me there. So I'm not going to take them on Underdog. But usually what I'll just do is I'll kind of just go, okay, I'll go through rebounds. Rebounds and assists are by far my two favorite markets when it comes to this stuff. But it really, I mean, you can look at rebounds plus assists. You can look at hockey shots on goal. You can look at steals, blocks, 3-pointers made, all that stuff.
That's how you find an Underdog, the odds page?
This on the screen page. The screen page literally.
The screen page, my bad.
It literally just takes all of the data, puts it right in here, and then it just gives everything to you. It shows you, it kind of highlights in green which the best lines are. Obviously, these are all at 6.5. You have to look, and you're like, okay, underdogs at -122. You got 137 for Pinnacle, 135, 128, 30, 30, 30. So everything except for FanDuel is in the 130s. I like that a lot for a underdog entry at 6.5. I'm sure this is going to get bumped down to 6, just kind of like what it did on PrizePicks.
Kenyon Martin under.
So yeah, so Kenyon Martin Jr. Under. Hang on, let me just remove that for a sec while I log in.
Under 6.5 rebounds. Yeah, that's gonna move down to 6.
It's like no time until it moves to 6. The nice thing, and we'll try to find a good one where it's like a whole number and it shows why it's good to take like a whole number, is it gives you another out. You know, this way. Here, let me just remove this comment real quickly so everyone can see. It gives you another out. You know, now you can push instead of losing. So by taking like under 8, right, instead of where it's 7.5. Sometimes there might be value on over 7.5, but under value on 8. Now you're kind of cutting yourself short. You know, one side's going to win, one side's going to lose, but that one side could also push. And when it comes to assists, how often do you win or lose a prop bet by a half an assist, a half a rebound, or you lose by half? It's insane. Yeah. So having that, you know, that extra out is huge. But obviously this one's a half a point, so it doesn't really apply to this one. So that's what we got first. We got Kenyon Martin under 6.5. Usually if I'm like, for this one, if I were to take the over, I'd want these like 4.5, the over to be like kind of in that like -103 range, maybe +100 range. I wouldn't want to go all the way up to +110.
Yeah, that's like a lot.
Let's see. Now this stuff is kind of like the nitty gritty stuff. You know, you just have to kind of go through one by one, and you know, this one kind of looks good.
Under,
obviously,
right?
I do like the under for his rebounds. Obviously, Pinnacle's liking the under. Everyone's kind of in that. I mean, Caesar's all the way down to -139, but then you have Barstool at 118. I like this enough to take it. I'm going to take Murray under 5.5 rebounds. I don't really care about Bally Bet. I could not care less what their odds are. So we'll take Murray under 5.5. And then the last one that we're going to need.
So why are we doing just 3?
So for underdog, you want to do 3 because it's a 6x payout instead of a 5x payout. So, you know, if I put 50 on it, it'd pay out 250 profit. Where on PrizePicks, 50 pays out 200 profit.
Yeah.
So yeah, for underdog, you want to.
What does that break down to each play?
It's -122.
Okay.
So as you can see right here, it shows a -122.
Yeah, I got it now.
I excluded the normal, so I only have underdog 3 and 5, and then I have PrizePicks 5 and 6. I don't have like the regular 137.
Okay, in your
little
screen.
Icon.
So you can just pimp out your screen any way you want, right?
Yeah, you can, you can sort everything and figure it out. This one, it's interesting, but I don't feel too comfortable with it because DraftKings and FanDuel are really not.
No, I want Pinnacle being way off.
Let's see.
Wait, didn't we have Bridges rebound? Go back up to him. He's like,
we did have Bridges rebound.
What did we? 148.
We're getting at 108 on Barstool. So I don't always like to like double up on one just because.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Then it's just a little tricky. We just gotta find one quick one.
He just needs 4 rebounds, right?
Yeah.
Like no, so I'm talking about betting that straight myself. Like, you wouldn't even need that in a underdog or a PrizePicks just because you do have the 108 hanging out there.
I do like the Wendell Carter one a lot. I really do, but we'll keep that aside for now.
He's playing Chicago. I don't mess with him against Chicago. It's his former team, So it's one of those where you get a guy that's not status quo tonight. You know what I mean? Like go look at what he does against Chicago. Like it's like the guy's like trying. Which is, I don't like to mess with that. I just like to have I just want status quo. No extra motivation, no weird motivation going on that I don't know about. Just the guy's playing basketball.
Oh man,
there's a 149 right there. Oh, that's 7.5. Sorry.
Yeah, we're trying.
So they've already moved his up to 8.
Oh yeah, wait. No, we grabbed assist.
No, we were assist.
Yeah. Here, we just gotta find one more. So bear with me, everyone.
So you like doing rebounds, huh?
I like rebounds. I like assists. I think I find it to be pretty consistent. Like when you bet LeBron, right? He's gonna get you at least 7 of each, right? The line's always gonna be kind of like 7.5 to 8.5, and he's gonna get at least 7. It's consistent enough. Here we go. I mean, you could see this. I really like Terry Rozier under 4.5 assists. You got 133 here, 130, 140, 133. Everything is clearly clearly trending towards the under. I can do a quick scroll, but
what about Trae Young? What is that?
Well, you'd have to take under 11, but
Whoa, no. 10. Wouldn't we go over 10.5?
Well, that's
my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Unless we like Clarkson. You know what? Yeah. Clarkson over 4.5 assists. I think that's really what I like. You can see 138 here, 135, 136, 137, 140. Barstool at 122, but I don't really trust their odds. And then 138, 140. So that's going to be my final.
4.5 assists.
Clarkson over 4.5 assists. I want to double check that. Okay, yeah. So there we go. So we got Martin under 6.5 boards, Murray under 6 or 5.5, and then Clarkson over 4.5 assists. No, I'm not going to place anything. If anyone wants it, take it, and then I'll probably lock it in. And then we can wait like a minute and see if they take off like Clarkson.
Do it.
All right. All right, beautiful. We'll just give it a second then. But yeah, no, I mean, obviously when it comes to Underdog, like it's pretty volatile, just like all of them. And I don't do any of the 5 picks, so I don't really have that insurance. But when it pays really nicely, and it's definitely worth it.
What was Murray's rebounds? 5.5?
5.5.
And we did under that, right?
Yeah.
The Martin one, I bet you gets changed quick.
Martin will get changed. I think Clarkson
6, right?
We took 6.5.
Yeah, but I'm saying it'll get changed to 6, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Look at Mikal Bridges just sitting there.
It's a beaut, isn't it? Here.
I mean, we could even do like one of those FanDuel alt lines on him.
On who?
Bridges.
Oh yeah.
4 really allows for, a move on 6, if that makes sense.
We can see. I mean, FanDuel, you might want to look at that closer to game time. I know FanDuel though, like I said, as it gets closer, they have some really nice alt lines. If anyone likes Texas Southern versus Southern, today. FanDuel minus 110. What do you think about this, John?
That one, I think I like. Yeah, I mean it's over, so I kind of like that a lot.
But I mean, look at what
Big over guy. I don't like it, but just by looking at what Pinnacle's posting, that's one of those ones I like to check to see where that thing opened.
Yeah,
just to make sure we're not on a move down or something weird's happening. But here I can do that quickly too.
And whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, I can just spend hours just going refreshing and stuff like that. It's addicting, but it's fun.
I can't stop doing it. Yeah, that game. What's the number?
It was 141.5.
Yes, that's going way like. I gotta check my screen, but everybody seems to have 143.
Yeah. I mean, look, they're
for that. Caesars has 144.5. Do we have a screen?
I mean, take a look. Caesars, if you're taking the alt, you'd be taking this at 145, 134, 140, Pinnacle 133.
Yeah, that can't be right. I'm saying that is right because it's right there.
I mean,
but I'm saying like right. I gotta see a screen to see like why would they be that? I mean, that's way off.
Yeah.
That's points and price.
So right there alone, like you are buying, 2+ points of free like value. And
yeah, here you go. Just take it. Free value.
And these lines are so sharp that like, that extra 2 points could be the difference between a winner or a loss.
Yeah, no doubt. And then also too, when you check back later and it's moved even more. So now you're holding like 4 or 5 points in your pocket.
Yes.
You are looking like a genius.
People are just commenting that
you still kind of
142.
Yeah. Everybody's got 143. 142.5 is somewhere.
I mean, so what do you think? So people are saying that it moved to 142.5. You think it's still worth it at 142.5? You're still getting
probably, but now I'm the type though. I get like, it's got just getting taken off the board at Circa. It's got taken off the board at BetMGM. FanDuel's taking it down.
But that's the beauty. You refresh it. Mm-hmm. You had a minute to get it in.
Yep.
Or a little bit.
Yeah, that was clearly an over move.
And but yeah, that's the beauty of it all.
I love this.
One more time.
I can just hit refresh all day.
I don't have access to No House Advantage. I don't know if you guys have. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it.
I'm gonna have, I think, 11 sports books in Massachusetts less than a month from now.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, so that feels good. What games are those? Southern and Texas Southern?
Southern and Texas Southern, yeah.
Yeah, it's at 142.5 at FanDuel right now. So they jumped at a point.
Yeah.
143 at Pinnacle and a half, which is, I mean, you're still beating them by a point. So if you like 142.5, there's 142 at Bally. I'm going to have that here.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, it's incredible how many mistakes there are, but think about it like this, right? If the book has 10,000 different odds out there, they make mistakes on 5 different bets. To us or to them, that's like, it's nothing. To us, that's incredible. If I could find 5 mistakes on every single sports book that I have access to, I'd be making 50+ bets a day. So
yeah. Now Circa went down to 141.5. They're a pretty sharp book. Circa
sharp. So this one's all over the place, it seems like.
Yeah. I'd still go with the over.
And the nice part is, I know with FanDuel is that if it let's just say it goes back to 141, let's say that's what you grabbed it at, you can cash out for even money. You can just get your money back. So that's always a nice little perk with FanDuel. But yeah, I don't know about you. I think we covered, everything we showed. I mean, these are some of the bets. We got a PrizePicks.
I feel good. I'm gonna literally eat lunch, and then I'm going to start hitting refresh again and find picks for the 3:30 show or 3 o'clock. We do the Daily Sweat. I think it's 3:30.
I think it's 3:30. Yeah.
But here's the thing: I'm usually wrong, but Modai has already tweeted out about that. Literally, he's already tweeted out. He's like, "This is what we're doing." 3:30. Did I say 3:30?
You said 3:30.
Yep. So we were right. 100% right. We were both of us.
Perfect. Yeah. So make sure to stop by. Obviously, if you join, you can request to listen or not listen. Sorry, to speak. We can all have a conversation, go over some bets, go over the plays of the day, and kind of just take it from there.
I can't wait to hit refresh again.
Okay, we'll do it one more time. We'll do it one more time.
Yeah, just hit refresh one time. See what happens. Oh,
I mean, we got Lakers 2.5 looks really nice at plus 135. If you think they're gonna win, also, I mean, if you guys want the under 136 here on Caesars, I've seen Drexel play a couple times on TV. They don't score. I don't know much about Hofstra. I think they do, but whatever. Pretty good value.
I think it's supposed to be slow pace. Like earlier this morning, Drexel they're getting like 10.5. I think they went down. So I don't know. People are saying Drexel. So under would be good, especially if they were getting a lot of points. So I'll take. Yep. Yeah, I don't mind the under there. Especially like, dude, Pinnacle's 141.
Exactly. I mean, the thing is, with a play like this, whether it wins or loses, it's going to go down 2+ points from where it is right now. Like I can guarantee you, it'll close at 134.
Yeah, I mean, Caesars has what, 136? Yeah, dude, Caesars the only one with 136. Everybody is hanging around the 134 range.
Yeah. So just there alone, like you're not.
Circus got 135. Pinnacle's at 134. Yeah, so if you took under 136 in this game, you are legitimately a genius. I'm actually doing that right now. I have to do things a little bit different being in Massachusetts, but we still find a way here, Jordan.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
All right, well, guys, that's it. Again, I got to go eat lunch. This show is generally going to last about 30 minutes. We're going to take all day to do this stuff. If you want, tell us what you want. You want a PrizePicks every day and an underdog? We can do that. Finding just regular picks, whatever you want. But, I mean, our time is your time. So let us know what you want to see. Just drop in the comments. Also, like and subscribe to this video just because that just feels right. But
all right. Sounds good.
Nothing else to say? I got nothing else to say, and we'll see you guys back at 3:30 on our Twitter space if you want some more.
All right, great. I'll see you guys.